Okay, we're learning about validation, what they go through in terms of a process with these devices. Getting closer, though, to learning exactly what was said on these devices that alarmed investigators. Let's bring in criminal defense attorney Joanna Nieves, who is with us. Joanna, love to get your thoughts on this case, especially where we are right here with the cell phone data. There used to be a phrase that the DNA doesn't lie and that you've got DNA that's slam dunk, but I think the new DNA is cell phone data. Data doesn't lie, and people really expect for the prosecution to show what the cell phones were doing when they are bringing a case.
You're absolutely right. I mean, digital evidence is everything right now, and the prosecution is taking the time to explain a lot of these terms because it can be complex to understand. We're talking about, different programs and platforms that she uses to interpret the data. Like you said, validation, pattern of life, binary code. Like, what do these things mean to the jury? But he's taking it step by step, having her slow down, explain the terms, and, the evidence that we're looking for is, that usage of the phone, the search history, those text messages are likely going to help us kind of paint the picture of what really happened. Was she a co-conspirator in this? Did she give him the green light to go ahead and actually murder her husband? So I think that, right now what we're looking for is that what we're getting is that foundation being laid for the evidence that's going to be critical.
Oh, yeah. The prosecution started their opening statement with the text message where there was this sort of vague message from her co-defendant saying that tonight's the night or things are about to start. And she said, let's go or go. And that is what they used to show that this was a conspiracy and that they acted in concert. I do want to go back because I want to get your reaction to the defense in this case. We're listening to the prosecution's case now, but we're thinking about the defense as we're going through it. Let's listen to their pretty quick opening statement from yesterday.
Houston Danker killed Ryan Cooper. Houston Danker shot Ryan Cooper in the face. Houston Danker solicited Karina. Houston Danker manipulated Karina. Houston Danker lured Karina. Houston Danker had Karina living in a dream world. Houston Danker killed Ryan Cooper. You're going to see some Snapchats. You're going to see some pictures. You're going to see conversations about IVF. Dream world. IVF, she's got her tubes tied. Houston Danker killed Ryan Cooper. Karina Cooper was in a dream world, and then it became real, and then she was in too deep. She did not want her husband dead. She did not want his life insurance money. You'll see, you'll hear, the money's still there in trust for her children. Nobody rode off into the sunset to the mountains. Houston Danker killed Ryan Cooper. Please, as you hear the evidence in this case, keep an open mind. Don't rush to judgment. And at the end, we'll ask that you find her not guilty.
Joanna, what do you think about this defense? And you heard Attorney Watt there explaining that these jurors are going to see text messages, Snapchats. So do you think that explains away what we are about to hear from this digital forensics investigator?
I see where the defense is going with this and trying to argue that Houston Danker acted independently and that Karina was unaware and uninvolved. But, if the text messages show what was promised to us in opening statements, that there was a reminder to remember the casings and, this ominous, I'm going to get this done and she says go type text message, whether he's the one who pulled the trigger or if it was her, she's no less complicit in it if she was encouraging the behavior and plotting with him to carry it out.
Joanna, we appreciate your analysis. It's day 2 of testimony in the widow's words murder trial, where Karina Cooper is charged with murder in the death of her husband, Ryan. And prosecutors say that it was her own words. So the reason they know that she was the one involved in him being shot twice in the face inside of the couple's homes. Now, deputies say that Karina was lying on top of him when they arrived. Investigators say that she conspired with this man, Houston Danker, to kill her husband, a boyfriend that she was wanting to be with and leave for insurance money. The insurance money they say that she collected from her husband's death. Now, he's being tried separately. His trial is set to go forward in August. All right, let's illuminate some of what we're seeing there inside of the courtroom and bring back in criminal defense attorney Joanne Nieves with us. And Joanne, love if you can talk about the difference between the demonstrative aid and the actual evidence. But just to give our viewers an idea of what we are seeing there inside of the courtroom, these text messages, it looks like it's on the phone of the co-defendant, going by the name Wind Up Jake, in terms of this back and forth. And it's about him finding a life insurance policy that it sounds like a wife found on him or had on him, and she's saying don't make her mad because she might try and take you out, might try to have you knocked. So they're not talking about this incident, but they are talking about life insurance and someone getting life insurance if they are killed, if someone's mad or looking for an opportunity. Is that compelling, or is that too far outside the bounds? Because this is in 2020. The death of the victim in this case was in 2021.
Julia, I think you're right. I mean, it's too early to tell if it's going to be compelling or not. I mean, it's a conversation that happened, and I think that what they're saying right now is that the seeds are being planted, right? There's these conversations about life insurance, and isn't it funny that there was a life insurance policy here, and that the life insurance is going to be paid out? So I think that, it's kind of laying the foundation, but it's very, very early. This is kind of like the first set of text messages that we're seeing. And as far as like the demonstrative and visual aids versus like the admissible evidence, right now it's something that's being used as a tool to show what's happening. It makes it easier for jurors to follow along, helps keep their attention, of course, when they're able to see things on the screen. But as far as admissibility, they'll have to request that the evidence be admitted. And if the defense has any objections, they'll raise it at the time.
Yeah, Joanna, there's something compelling in it, almost outside of the trial sense of reading someone else's text messages. I just imagine that jurors lean in a little bit more, even if this isn't specifically about the incident. It's just that you're reading someone's private messages that they never anticipated would be out in the public.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes me never want to text anybody again every time I see things like this, right? Because who knows what'll ever unfold. And it's no help, delete my data. Data is recoverable, right? So I think that anything where it's demonstrative, whether you're pulling a tape measure out in a courtroom or walking back and forth, showing pictures, it really does help keep the jury's attention, and you'll likely see them taking notes at this time or really leaning forward in their seats. This is the point where they wake up.
If you learn nothing else on Court TV, you know that deleting data doesn't work. We always see it front and center inside of a murder trial. Joanna, thanks so much. Let's get to our break. When we come back, more of this text message exchange through the digital forensics expert there in that trial in Iowa, the widow's words murder trial for Karina Cooper.
Don't forget to like and share this video, and for more legal insights, keep watching and subscribe to our channel.